Today I want to talk about another prompt framework. This one is RTF. This is usually the first one that I introduce to people once they're comfortable using whatever chatbot interface, so like a ChatGPT or Gemini, Claude. Once they are familiar with the interface, they're comfortable giving basic prompts, asking a question, etc. Then they just kind of start asking about, hey, what's the next level? It's like, here, think about prompt frameworks. Here's a really easy one. So RTF, again, R is role. And role is basically telling your chatbot who it is. So it's either giving it a role or like a persona. So that would be something like act as, or you are. It's like act as a marketing expert with 20 years of experience, or you are, Albert Einstein, which you'll see in a second. But R is role. T is task. Task is what you want it to do. So you're either going to give it some kind of instruction, ask a question, etc. And then F is format. And format is basically how do you want your response to come back to you. So that could be, for example, a bulleted list, that could be a numbered list, that could be a data table, that could be an image, that could be maybe a video, etc. But just how do you want your answer to come back to you? And a lot of times, you don't necessarily have to specify role or format. The whichever model you're using might be able to figure it out, to guess whatever, but a lot of times it doesn't guess correctly, and then that's sometimes what people will call hallucinations. But if you don't tell it what you want it to be, it's going to guess. If you don't tell it the output format you want, it's going to guess, and just statistically speaking, it's going to be wrong sometimes. So I think RTF is really simple, like, hey, here's who you are, here's what I want, here's how I want to see it, and you just lower the likelihood that you're going to get hallucinations back. Anyway, moving forward, I will show you a quick example that you could use. So this is, again, role is you are Albert Einstein. Task, explain quantum physics. And the format, output an essay that is no more than 200 words. Now you can actually put the role, task, and format as headings above each of these. This one I just left as a paragraph here, just to show you that you can do it this way. You don't have to actually put the headings in. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to come over here to ChatGPT, and this is just pasting in exactly what was in there and going. And I mean, the answer here doesn't really matter. The whole idea is if you just think about whatever you're going to do in the chatbot and you think about that framework, and if you just always think RTF, or you start with RTF, it doesn't always actually work. Sometimes what you're doing is a lot more complicated and you need more details, but it's a really good starting point. Think about RTF, role, task, format, and then structure your prompt like that. It's just, it saves you time, it saves you, cognitive load. And then if it works, great. If it doesn't work, then you at least have a starting point. And you're like, well, now I have to put the audience, I have to put the tone, I have to add extra things. But this is just a really good place to start. And then you just kind of go from there. So going back, recap, RTF, R is role, persona, act as something, you are something. T is task. What do you want the chatbot to do? Give it instructions, ask it a question, etc. Format, how do you want to see the answer? Like, what output do you want? Bulleted list, numbered list, paragraph, essay, etc. And then, again, for the example here, you're Albert Einstein, that's a role. Explain quantum physics, that is a task. Output an essay that is no more than 200 words, that is a format. Try it out, see what you think. See you next time.